We're just firing everything up. Just give us a moment. There we go. We are live. Welcome, welcome. Let me just share my screen if I can. Just give me a moment. There we go. Welcome. My name is Keith Hampton, and I am here to introduce to you folks an incredible organization, a company called BitcoinTAF.com. BitcoinTAF.com has been around for over 10 years, and it has become one of the most trusted sources for thousands of traders and investors in the cryptocurrency space. This company is very unique. The organization was started by a couple by the name of Wendy and Marius Landman, who got involved in the cryptocurrency industry very early on and quickly realized that there was a lot of need for good adult education and training in this space. Marius is a unique individual. He utilizes algorithms to project the future. He started that in the oil and gas industry using algorithms in the drilling and acquisition zones, where he started being able to predict major events, future events in the drilling space. And over time, that got to be proven to be 100% accurate. And now they're utilizing this data to reduce risks and deaths in the drilling industry all over the world. Since then, he's been utilizing this type of algorithms and data to be able to predict many things. And he's utilized it in macros in world politics, in stock markets, and as well as the cryptocurrency space. So if you're interested in getting involved in investing long-term in the cryptocurrency space, I highly recommend that you come to BitcoinTAF.com, sign up for free, and then seriously take a look at these two reports, the long-term Bitcoin algorithm forecast, as well as the Elliott Wave altcoin forecast report. Now, fortunately, right now, there is a special on whereby if you were to subscribe to the long-term reports for Bitcoin only for $298 for 3 months subscription, you would get the altcoin reports completely free for the same time period. And ongoingly, if you keep your subscription up, you will always get the altcoin reports for free. And that's a huge savings. And I can tell you that it really makes a difference on a macro level to know where the industry is on each coin and where you're going. Because with that, you can invest long term and you can strategize your short term investing. Let me show you the power of his algorithms. On the right is a PDF report that has been out for quite some time. And if you'll notice, what you're seeing here is that overall, we have been 100% correct on all of the future predictions put out by Marius Landman on a macro level. And this is important because algorithms can predict how patterns play out. What they can't predict is the timelines. That is often manipulated by many factors, including the powers that be that control the markets in the cryptocurrency space, as well as the world politics and what have you. So if you go back in time, back in 2021, actually, it was in 2019, Marius already had predicted that we were going to come to a top in Bitcoin of around 70,000. And that occurred exactly on the 9th of November, 2021. And then he also predicted we're going to have a sharp drop after that, and we did. Went all the way down into this knowledge pattern, which was the predicted low of around 15, 16,000. And then from that point on, we started a whole new cycle, a different algorithmic cycle that Bitcoin or that Marius had predicted, which was called the Prince of Jerusalem cycle, which will have 16 gates. We have now completed, or virtually completed, 4 gates. Marius predicted prior to this happening, though, there was something in here called the knowledge pattern that was going to happen. And we were quite concerned about that. But Mary says, nope. He said, that is not going to happen. That pattern has been superseded by a supernatural intervention, in which turned out to be the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. And which that would have happened, would have caused this market to have dropped dramatically in this zone. But that was already predicted. It wasn't going to happen. So we immediately jumped into the new gate called the Jaffa gate, and then up into the quick Zion gate. And then we hit this crazy dung gate, started in about March of 2024, and it went all the way through the whole year. And everybody at that time was predicting the market was going to break out, and it didn't. It went the opposite way into a downward channel. And then suddenly it broke up into this new Damascus gate. And this was all predicted and 100% correct. So had you had this information, you could have been exiting the market at the top here back in 2021. You could have started laddering back here in November, December of 2022. And you could have been exiting at the top around here, around the 100, 120,000 range in the Damascus gate zone. You'll notice too that in this Damascus gate, it was a very unusual pattern. And if you looked at it on a macro level and zoom out, it actually had a very unusual head and shoulders pattern, or almost like a king's crown pattern. And in that pattern, he predicted a falling knife 1, this is what we have here, F1, and a falling knife 2, which is in the final stages of completing as we speak. So that is so amazing that he was able to do this and continue to do so. The question is today, where are we going? Are we going go up, down, sideways? That's the million-dollar question. And if you don't have these reports, you're literally guessing and gambling on your investment. We, who are subscribers to BitcoinTAF.com and those reports, we know exactly what's going to happen here in the future. So we can start strategizing our investments according to that pattern. That's the value of having those reports. So I highly recommend that if you do nothing else today, simply sign up to this long-term report, and you'll get the Elliott Wave reports for free. And then you'll get these on a weekly basis, updated PDF reports. Plus, every week he does live Zoom calls that are over an hour, sometimes 2 hours long, explaining exactly what's happening in the marketplace, where we're at and where we're going. And there you can get on and ask questions if you aren't sure as to what's happening. So he can try and answer them on an individual basis as well. That's the power. You really have hands-on advice on a weekly basis, and that's so, so very powerful. Along with that, if you are a trader or investor in the cryptocurrency space and want to be more successful, I highly recommend that you start looking at the training and education that this company has. They've put together some of the best experts in this field. Corey and Nico have become absolute master analysts in the cryptocurrency space. So you can start off with a self-paced foundational trading course if you're a beginner, or if you're more of an intermediate type trader, you could jump into this ultimate trading course, which I would highly recommend. And I've taken the course, and I found it to be one of the best trading courses in the world out there at 1/3 the price that I've often paid. He is amazing, taking you from ground zero all the way to the end, where you can become your own analyst. You can use this training and education to use not only in the cryptocurrency space, but you can use it in the stock market, the Forex market, commodities market, wherever you want to trade. That's how good this training and analysis is. So it's very, very powerful. You also can, if you're a little lazy, you can also trade with the traders or copy the traders. Day Trade Masters has a wonderful tool where he'll tell you exactly what he's getting into, and so his entry levels, stop loss levels, target zones, all of that can be utilized. Along with that, if you just want to test out the value of the information that this company provides, you can start with this one tool that was developed by Wendy Landman, Marius's wife, who developed the HODL fire indicator, which is an amazing indicator to utilize along with all the other custom training. I'm going to show you the power of this indicator, as well as the power of using Day Trade Masters together. You can use one by itself, or you can use both together. So I'm going to show you that by going to a coin that I've been trading called Venice. And here you'll see this chart, and these are 4-hour candles that you see on the charts here. And with this, wouldn't it be nice to know when the tops come in, so you know when to get out, when the bottoms are in, when to get back in, and so forth. And that's the power of utilizing this HODL fire indicator. Now I'm going to turn it on to the Nishi or Hanaki Nashi candles because I like to use it when I'm working with the HODL fire. So let's turn it on and I'll show you how it works. Whoops, it's the wrong one. My apologies. Let me just turn that up. That's another indicator that I use. So what you're seeing in these black tops and bottoms are the top pivot points, knowing when to get in and when to get out. Now, something I should let you know, when you're at a front of the market, when those tops or bottoms come in, they'll come in blue, not black, which means it's not 100% confirmed top or bottom. So you have to always use good risk management. And how we do that, if you're using just this tool, step one is you want to be able to be trading whenever possible above this red line, which is the 200 moving average. The odds of success are higher than when you're trading below that number. This is just an advice tool if you're just getting started. So what we're looking for is you're looking for a bottom pivot, but I like to have added confluence to that bottom pivot. So this would have been in blue, back on Tuesday, the 24th at 5 in the morning. I would have waited until we would have got a buy tag, which showed up right here. It's kind of hidden right now. You can't see it. See these buy tags? I would have waited for that buy tag, would have given me added confidence that the probabilities that this was going to go up. And at that point, that's when I would have entered the trade on this buy pivot right about there. And I'm just going to make this mark big and in color so you can see it. But it's not confirmed. That market still could go down or up. We don't know for sure. So I would have also set a stop loss right down here, right down towards that bottom pivot. So I'll put it in red. So really what's happening here is I'm only risking a percentage of my total investment. So let's say I invested, $100. I really only am risking $14 or 14% of the $100. If you were doing 1,000, it'd be 140. So this is how I would play it. I'd have my stop loss set to protect my capital, and then I would simply wait and watch this market unfold. And as it unfolded, I would have simply started moving my stop loss up to protect my capital. So as this market starts moving up into this green zone, I would have moved my stop loss all the way up right here to the entry level. Now I've got a risk-free trade going. And I simply just be very patient and watch it play out. Here it went up, we had a retracement. We might even have gotten a blue candle here. Remember, it's a temporary top until it turns black, we don't know. But I had my stop loss set, I had a risk-free trade going on. I could just ride this out. So we went into a sideways pattern for a while, and then we started breaking out. Well, at that point, I would have moved my stop loss up into this zone. Now I've got a guaranteed profit, but I don't know the market was going to happen long term. Again, we probably would have got a pivot top here in blue, and it would have come down and turned and started going back up, and it would have went away. And so here we see it running again. I would have started to move my coin or my stop profit up, and I would just keep riding it up, not getting too close to it, all the way up, all the way up. and I probably would have gotten topped out right about there. So even I could be still in the trade, depending where I set that stop loss. But let's say if I was out at this point and we had a blue temporary top, okay. So if this turns out to be a false top, I can just get back in again when it goes away and keep on riding this coin and start a new program. But if I had done that, I would have taken this trade from a potential 14% loss all the way up to a minimum 80% profit. That is the power of utilizing this type of information. That's just utilizing the HODL fire. Now, ironically, this was also Day Trade Masters made a call on this, and I'm going to give you added confluence that would help you make the decision. He was recommending that we get in around this turquoise blue zone, so it's very close to where I did get in at. And he said there was going to be resistance at TP1, and there was. It pulled back. He said there was going to be resistance at TP2, and it was. If you notice here and back, then it broke through. Then we had a big run over the last 2 days where it just kept running and went all the way up to this TP5 before it started breaking down. So that gives you added confluence that he's also recommending, and you can follow his Telegram channels along with your own trades. And had you done that, you could have potentially have made as much as about 111 to 123% profit, as opposed to I did about 80 some percent. So it's amazing tools to use together. And that's why I love the training and education, because it gives you so much more to work with. Here's another coin that I've made a lot of money on. It was called Virtual. Now, one of the tools that you get with the HODL fire, not only do you get the bottom pivots and the top pivots, the buy and sell tags and the moving average, you also get a Telegram channel that tells you on Binance, on MEXC, on 15-minute, 1 hour, and 2 hour and 4 hour pivots. So this can help you find coins that are about to run. Like, for example, here on the World Liberty Financial coin, we just got a strong buy here at 5 o'clock, which is about an hour ago. And that's a coin now I could go and seriously take a look at. Maybe put a order in with a stop loss because it's gotten a strong signal. So these can be worked very, very well. So if you notice back here, hit the bottom pivot, we had a buy tag underneath. Then we had a strong buy come in on a 2 hour chart. And then we had a 4 hour strong buy come in shortly thereafter. So you'd have gotten in at this range. You could have gotten out at this range. And you could have made anywhere from 20 to 27%. Again, got in at the bottom pivot here, back out here, made another 14%. And you just do this over and over again. Here, we could have gotten in right here at this buy and rolled it all the way up and made another probably 10, 15%. Back in on this bottom, and we back out again here because notice the temporary blue top. We're out with another 15% profit. So if we were to average that out, we could have made probably about 100% over starting in Tuesday till today. So in 1 week, you could have doubled your money just by trading this in and out, utilizing these indicators and the Telegram bot for the HODL fire. So that's the power of this. And then if you take the training and education, you can start using even more confluence or indicators, which we would utilize these as well, increasing your odds of success. That's the power of utilizing this training. So if you want to try this HODL fire indicator, here's some good news. You can try this out for free for 7 days. Just simply in the app, I believe it's called, you would type in the code HODLFire7 in the checkout counter to get this, to test it for 7 days for free. However, for being on the call today, I have some good news for you. You can get an extra 7 days. So in other words, 14-day bonus by simply going to this special link here at the bottom, which is bitcointaf.com/product/HODLFire BTAF.com/coach. And once you have that signed up with that link, you can use this coupon code, HODLFire JH8, and get 14 days of utilizing the HODLFire for free in your TradingView platform. So that is a terrific opportunity for you to try this thing out and see if it really is something that you could utilize. Plus, there's training and education that you can take with this tool, and they actually have ongoing calls on that, so you can be working with other traders when you're having problems, and they can help guide you and maybe work some of the nuances out. So please feel free to take advantage of this. Go to BitcoinTAF.com, product HODLFire coach, sign up for free, and then you can use this coupon to get the 7 days special for free. So that concludes everything that I wanted to talk to you about today. And so hopefully we'll see you soon on the other side. And I hopefully can work with you further. With that, have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.